When I shared the truth about my student loan debt, I didn't do it to shock you. I did it because numbers lose their power when they're finally spoken out loud. What surprised me most wasn't the balance. It was the response. I was overwhelmed by how many of you subscribed after the first video. That told me something important. I'm not talking into the void. This is real for a lot of people. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. And thank you for supporting my journey to becoming debt-free. So before we talk about plans, I need to say this clearly. This episode is not about copying my numbers. It's not about matching my timeline. And it's not about doing something extreme just because I am. This episode is about structure, commitment, and finally moving in the right direction. Because student loans don't break people overnight. They break people slowly, by convincing them that tomorrow is a better day to start. Most people don't fail at paying off student loans because they don't care. They fail because they don't have a system. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes. A plan is boring, repetitive, predictable. And that's exactly why it works. If you're watching this with a heavy loan balance, you don't need another inspirational quote. You need a framework that works on good months and bad ones. That's what this episode is. Let me be very clear about my own commitment. I am paying off every single dollar of my student loans. It's by the end of 2026. That is my line in the sand. But the way I get there is not magic, and it is not unique. It's a 12-month framework that I'm committing to repeat with discipline and transparency. And that framework is what we are doing together. Same structure, different numbers. If you take nothing else from this episode, take this. Debt freedom is not about the finish line. It's about momentum. Someone who owes $10,000 and finally makes consistent payments is winning. Someone who owes $100,000 and finally stops avoidance is winning. Progress is not measured by how fast you finish. It's measured by whether you stopped running away. This is the framework I'm using. It has 4 pillars. You don't need to master all of them today. You just need to start. Know your true numbers, not your minimum payment, not the number you feel like you owe. Your true number. That means total balance, interest rates, fixed or variable, daily interest, minimum monthly payment. Most people never calculate daily interest, but daily interest is the heartbeat of your loan. It tells you how fast your debt grows when you do nothing. For me, that number was sobering, but clarity is always better than fear. If you're watching this right now, I want you to pause the video. Not later. Not after you finish watching. Now, pause the video and write down 3 things. Your total student loan balance, your highest interest rate, your minimum monthly payment. If you don't know one of those numbers, write unknown. That's not failure. That's your starting point. Do not procrastinate this moment. Avoidance is how debt stays powerful. I'll wait. Now let's talk about goals. Your goal does not have to be debt-free in 12 months. For some people, that's unrealistic. For others, it's unnecessary. Your 2026 goal should be ambitious enough to matter and realistic enough to sustain. Here are valid examples of strong goals. By the end of 2026, I will never miss a minimum payment. By the end of 2026, I will pay off my highest interest loan. By the end of 2026, I will stop my balance from growing. By the end of 2026, I will consistently pay an extra $100 per month. By the end of 2026, I will increase my income to support higher payments. All of these are wins. Write your goal down, not in your head, on paper. This is where most people overcomplicate things. They think they need a perfect budget, a huge income jump, extreme discipline. You don't. You need one monthly action you can repeat even when life is heavy. Examples: paying the minimum every month on time, adding $50 to your highest interest loan, making one extra payment per quarter, using bonuses or refunds intentionally, picking one side income stream and committing to it. The amount matters less than the habit. Consistency is what changes the math. This pillar is not glamorous, but it is essential. Stopping the bleeding means avoiding deferment unless absolutely necessary. Understanding capitalization, prioritizing high-interest loans, preventing balances from growing faster than payments. This is where many borrowers lose years. Not because they aren't paying, but because interest is quietly undoing their effort. We don't sprint while bleeding. Here's how I'm applying this framework to my own debt. I'm not sharing this to intimidate you. I'm sharing it to show you what discipline looks like at scale. Focus. Highest interest loans first. No pretending interest doesn't exist. Aggressive payments when income allows. Consistent tracking every month. Some months will be strong. Some months will be quieter. But the plan does not change based on emotion. Not everyone needs extra income. But for some people, it's the difference between surviving and progressing. Extra income does not mean burning out. It means being intentional. Examples: freelance work, tutoring, consulting, temporary contract work, selling unused skills, short-term projects, not permanent overload. The goal is not hustle culture. The goal is control. Even an extra $200 per month can change the life of a loan. This channel is not about watching me succeed. It's about refusing to do this alone. Every month, I will share what I paid, share what changed, share what worked, and share what didn't. And I invite you to do the same, privately or publicly. Comment your goal or write it down and keep it close. What matters is that you commit. Let's address this honestly. You might miss a month. You might feel discouraged. You might feel behind. That does not mean you failed. It means you're human. Debt freedom is not a straight line. It's a decision you recommit to every time you fall off. Reset, return, continue. This is the Debt Freedom Project. It's not about perfection. It's not about speed. It's about clarity, consistency, and refusing to stay stuck. By the end of 2026, my student loan debt will be gone. And along the way, we'll prove something together. That progress is possible. That transparency is powerful. And that debt doesn't have to be something we face in silence. If this project resonates with you, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Comments and engagement help this channel reach more people. And yes, this channel is part of how I'm working toward becoming debt-free. Your support genuinely matters. Thank you for being part of this. This is our plan. If you're carrying student loan debt, you're not alone. Subscribe, share your numbers below, and let's do this together.